I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya. Girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question this. Real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
Bob.
Yo. Muted? Hold on. John, oh, you muted. Hold on.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, good. Hey. Oh, my throat. We are here. We're live. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Ball Central Podcast. Myself and John are kicking things off today. We have a lot to talk about. Playoffs, of course, in the NBA. And the NFL draft is now done and gone. It started this Thursday and ended Saturday. But first, welcome to the Ball Central Podcast. Basically, sports podcast where we talk about random shit and make jokes out of it. You can find us on all the audio platforms as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch via Vision, so you can see us and talk to us and interact with us during the live stream. So feel free to hit up the comment section and let us know what teams are you rooting for, what teams you're hating on. You know what teams I'm hating on.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
But before we get into everything, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, Phil. I'm doing great. I mean, my Knicks, we have 3-1. Right now I'm watching the Celtics Miami game. Hopefully, let's see the Celtics go up 3-1 on Miami. Hopefully that series ends. You know what I mean? Get that series done with. You know what I'm saying? But I just saw Porzingis leave with an injury. Ooh.
Yeah, it looked like a cramp, but we will see. Hopefully it's a cramp.
Or was it something with the back? I'm just wondering. I don't know. You know what I mean? He was bending. It was weird. I don't know what it was. It could be a cramp. It probably was just was a cramp.
It looked like a leg injury.
Okay. Yeah. Probably. I don't know. He's kind of like, I don't want to say all legs, but yeah. He's
Hey, he's 7'3". I don't blame him.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, we'll see how he responds. But hey, happy, you're up against the Sixers. One step closer to a Celtics-Knicks conference finals.
True, Phil. True. Plus, I want to comment. I want to talk about it. We took over Philly yesterday. I don't know if you saw some of the videos, some of the pictures. But,
I saw during the game. I saw before the game. I saw after the game.
Okay. You saw Charles Barkley's comments. I can't believe they sold those tickets to those Knicks fans. Yeah, they did. And Jersey Transit, Amtrak, tell you, that's how they got there. Hey, love that public transit. You know what I mean? Love that. Little drive to Philly must feel great. You know what I mean?
Something about Knicks fans. They always travel well.
That's right. We do. We travel well. I mean, it was nice. It was nice.
It was nice for y'all to have that home game.
It was wild. I don't mean to be like that, but hey,
let's talk about it.
I want to talk about it because Phil, if we were to let's just talk about how big basketball is in the cities of New York and Philadelphia. You know what I mean? With some of the players that have come out of there, Dr. Dre, AI, Patrick Ewing, you know what I mean? Marbury to Anthony I'm just saying, it's a culture thing and it's big, right? But for New York to take over Philly in that aspect, in that type of environment, it's something I've never seen in Philly, Phil. I don't mean to be like that, but if Giants fans did that in the vet or something like could you imagine? That'd be crazy. I'm just saying, it just seemed like, I don't know, it seemed so overwhelming. You know what I mean? That it was nice. It was something that was unexpected. What did you think of it?
Well, Embiid, you're out soon.
I mean, he's hurt, Phil. I mean, I understand it. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't really like the dirty play, but I mean, I'm not going to talk
I
much
think
about
I
that.
think he's leaving Philly.
Oh, you think he's out? Out? You think he's gone?
The
Okay.
way he reacted to the Wells Fargo Square Garden Center.
I mean, dog, Philly doesn't believe in you. They sold their tickets. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know if that's the only thing that's going to kick him out of Philly.
I mean, honestly, they haven't won ever since he got there,
Sure.
and he's been going crazy. I mean, he obviously had that bad game the last game.
Yeah.
But dropping 50 with the Bell palsy.
Yeah. My dad works down by Philly, like he works down in South Jersey, and there's a bunch of Philly sports fans. So I've been giving them low key like little things to say to them, like trust the process, like it'll be okay, like you know what I mean. Like it's funny to watch this series, you know what I mean, because it's nice. A lot of people have said this Knicks team is reminiscent of the 90s. You know what I mean? Maybe not as big. Maybe we don't. You know what I mean? It's not the same type of team, but where it's been a nice playoff run so far.
Yeah, I mean, just to sum up the whole series, for me, it ends in New York. You have to end it in New York. With the way the series,
Well, that's what I'm nervous about because Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid at the end of the day. Like I'm going to give this guy his props, and he could force another game to Philly. He could if he wanted to.
Yes, but for me, you guys need to end the series in
1,000%
Garden, just because the way the series has gone, with shit not being called, with Joel Embiid and Joel Embiid's tactics. You guys need to win this game so you can save some energy and health for the next round against potentially the Pacers.
The Pacers, yeah, which we'll get into that in a second. Yeah. But I mean, I'm a little nervous when it comes to this because, like, don't get me wrong, I want to win tomorrow. I think we should win tomorrow. But I mean, people also got to show up. You know what I mean? I love Hart more than anything, but he needs to score a little bit. I appreciate the rebounds. You know what I mean? The offensive rebounding is killing the 76ers, and that's what's honestly been boosting us up. But I need someone else other than Brunson to come out and score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isaiah Hartenstein getting 5 fouls in the third quarter was killer. You know what I mean? But I mean, everyone plays hard. Everyone plays to the whistle. I mean, it's good. I'm fine about game 3 because I'm not talking about game 2 anymore. You know what I mean? You know how there was a mistake at the end of game 2? Okay, that's done with. Game 3 happened. There was no ejection. You know what I mean? We don't even need to talk about it. I wouldn't even go as far as saying he's a dirty player. I had this conversation with Tommy earlier. I know. Tommy said lately he's been there, but I've said, Tommy, like, the dude's also not 100%. You know what I mean?
I mean, but
he's not 100% in the number one role as a set. I mean, I know you shouldn't be playing like that, but he's trying to play scrappy. He's trying to score as much or do as much as he can. You know
I'm pretty sure there's a highlight reel of Joel Embiid doing dirty play.
100%. And he hit Brunson a bunch when Brunson comes through the lane, and then like the refs don't call anything, and then it's just like, all right, well that's kind of annoying at the same aspect. You know what I mean? But I see his point a little bit. You know what I mean? Because he's just trying to do. I mean, he's trying to do something. He's not succeeding. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
That's where I think some of the plays happen. Gotcha. But yeah.
But hey.
I'm excited for Tuesday. What about you? Do you want to live stream that pod off the thing? Yeah. What do we stream the games off of again? I'm sorry.
Playback.
Thank you.
Playback. So yeah. So follow us on playback.tv/Baller Central, where we watch the games live, playoff games mostly. We watched a bit of the regular season, but hey, we'll be there to live react and hopefully, watch our bets cash on the Playback app. I don't believe for the playoffs you need a NBA.com subscription, since we'll be streaming the games off of a screen share off of probably my device. So
nice.
But you might need to watch on your own, just in case my stream is shitty. So speaking about the Knicks and the potential matchup, let's go to the Pacers. They're dealing with injuries as well. Tyrese Halliburton has been having back problems, but he's been playing through it. But the most important thing for the series, Damian Lillard, calf strain. Giannis Antetokounmpo has not played a single game this series. The Pacers are down. No, the Pacers are up 3-1. I think Game 5 is tomorrow.
Is that in Milwaukee?
It's in Milwaukee, yes.
Okay, I got you.
So,
do they close out in Milwaukee without Dame and the Greek? Ooh.
Honestly, I think for the Bucks, if you're the Bucks, give the Pacers this one. I do not want to risk the health of Dame and Giannis just to potentially come back from a 3-1 deficit because it's not a guarantee you pull off a 3-1 deficit. But so I'd rather rest my star players, take the series out, and then come back stronger and healthier next year.
If you're in Indianapolis, do you rest Hallie? Because think about it this way: if they're resting their 2 stars, they're gonna be a little depleted in Milwaukee. All right, we saw it after who got ejected after the first. It was Bobby Portis. That's who it is. Thank you very much. Sorry about it, Bobby. I'm horrible with everybody's name, not just yours. But I'm just saying that Milwaukee's already depleted. You know what I mean? Do you not sit Hallie in this game to prepare him for the Knicks? I'm just saying if we're just randomly thinking, that's what I'd think about. But I mean, I don't know. Tibbs frustrates me sometimes. I love it. I love that he plays everybody so much. You know what I mean? But Hart is like one twisted ankle away from like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Bad things happening. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely for players getting their rest, especially if they're playing through injury. But
right.
Yeah.
So Milwaukee, do the right thing. Don't try to pull a KD and try to bring them back when they're not supposed to come back. A calf strain for Dame is one of those tricky things where if you don't treat it right, it can be even worse. They'll be out for the whole year next year. Oh, B, how you doing? Also with Giannis, that's the player you paid millions of dollars for. You got to let him, rest as well. But hey,
I mean, I would listen to the doctors and I wouldn't rush Dame, but hey, what's up, Mike? I wouldn't rush Dame, but I would. What if Giannis is coming back? Is Giannis coming back at all, or? I mean, they said him later in the series.
As of right now, both their statuses is doubtful for Game 5.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then sit them.
But yeah, I'd rather not risk it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just asking because he's been out for a while. He was going to come out later on.
Because we're welcoming a new team into Cancun tonight, so that's why got the Cancun fit on. So hey,
nice vibes, Phil. I see.
So Pacers take the series win. If it's a blowout at halftime, I'd play Hallie the first half, but if it's a blowout at halftime, sit in the second half.
I would agree, but I don't know. I might just set him off for it, Phil. Yeah, there's no one who's playing for Milwaukee other than Chris Middleton. You know what I mean?
Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez.
I mean, they're not going to do anything. I don't mean to be like that, but they're not.
No.
Against Siakam, against, you know what I mean? Like
Siakam, Miles Turner, et cetera.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Like, if you're fully confident in the Pacers without Hallie, I'd say do it. But worst case scenario, I'd rather just play him the half and then sit him.
Gotcha.
And then as well, we have 2 other Eastern Conference Finals potential matchups we got to go through. Cleveland and Orlando. Cleveland went up 2-0, and now through the magic of power and friendship, the series is tied 2-2. It's a whole new series now, best of 3. Cleveland won the first 2 home games, and then Orlando won their home games. So honestly, it is anyone's series. I thought it was going to be over in 5 games, but the Cavs looking good the first 2 games, but then they looked trash the next 2 games. So I still think it's going to be Cleveland in 7, just because I think the inexperience of the Magic show up. But I don't know. It's looking like the series can go either way after 4 games. 2-2 split. So
I agree with that. I said originally Cleveland in 7 to begin with, but I mean, what about you think the Magic juice got a little bit of juice here? Like, let's say what needs to be said. You know what I mean? Like, people deal with injuries, people get tired. You know what I mean? But I mean, the youth factor in basketball. I mean, it extends series at least. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I agree. I think Cleveland squeezes it out.
Yeah, Franz Wagner dropped 30 and 4 and 7, the home game win. So if Franz and Paulo continue to produce, they should have it. But it's going to be iffy with this Cleveland team. Jared Allen has been having a good series. Donovan Mitchell had 1 bad game, I think, so far the whole series. I just think the Cavs can't, be first round knockouts 2 years in a row, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think so, but I mean, anything's possible.
Against the Knicks, though. And then,
what do you want to talk about next?
The fourth one, the one that's playing right now, Celtics and Heat. Game 1, Celtics won by a blowout. Then the second game, the Heat miraculously hit 23 threes, a franchise record in playoffs for threes for Miami Heat team to win game 2. Celtics bounced back game 3, and as of right now, the Celtics are up 17.5. Honestly, I'm happy that the Celtics are playing the Heat right away just to get out the way. Just because it's been a very, very good rivalry for the last 3, 4, 5 years because death, taxes, and the Celtics playing the Heat in the playoffs. The last 4 or 5 years they've played 4 out of 5 times. So it's just something they have to go through at this point. It's just a normality. And I'm happy to get it out of the way first round instead of having a trip on the finals on the line. Because if that happens, who knows what will happen. So I'm just happy to get it out the way. This is probably one of the hardest matchups, even though they've been winning by blowouts every game. But just like mental, it's good to have this team out your way, so there's no worries going into the playoffs or more deeper in the playoffs.
I mean, I think.
Larry's here too. What's up, Larry?
Yeah, what's up, Larry? I think what Bean said is right. I mean, the Heat do have a good defense, so I mean, it's a nice test for the Celtics before the playoffs really start getting going. But I mean, like, Phil, your boys got to shoot better. I don't mean to be like that, but do you want to talk about that real quick?
Derek White has like 7 threes right now.
Derek White is carrying your Celtics. How much is he making? $10 million? How much are your two stars making? I'm just saying, what, 1 for 4? Hold on,
they're there for team chemistry and team
2 for 5 and 2 for 9 with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. What are we doing here?
I mean, the other game they did pretty well though. It's true.
I mean, they still got a whole half.
Yeah, I mean, this
Porzingis is out now, right?
Yeah, it's a right calf tightness. That's what the report is.
Okay.
Yep, calf tightness. So let's hope. And it was non-contact, so that's a bit scary. But this Celtics team is really deep, almost a full team, just because you can have the stars not show up or like struggle, but then you have Derek White, Porzingis, Al, Drew Holiday to pick up the slack. So it just shows how deep and fought the Celtics team is. So like I said, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown has been suffering. Drew Holiday and Derek White carrying the sword load.
They have picked up the pieces. I mean, Porzingis came in clutch, like also in this series. I mean, I just think, who do you guys play next? You play whoever.
It'd be the winner of Cleveland or Orlando.
Okay, so I mean that's gonna be a fun series too. So I mean it's, yeah. I mean, lucky to get the Heat out the way right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do not want to play them again. Good Lord.
Which is good.
Yep.
Okay.
Good for me. Well, where was the thing?
We're flying through today.
Yep. Also the West. Let's go over the West.
Okay, cool.
Later up tonight, Lakers Nuggets. The Nuggets got a 3-0 lead, and no one has come back from an 0-3 lead. But the Lakers stave off elimination and win Game 4. Do we believe LeBron can pull off this comeback, or are they done tonight in Denver?
I don't know if it's a comeback, but they get one more game here.
Ooh,
they get one more game at least. I mean, Richard Jefferson saying Lakers in 7, which is kind of crazy. But, I mean, it is – I mean, it could happen. It's with LeBron. Right. I think they get one more game here just because these games have been so close between both the Nuggets and the Lakers. And, I mean, if the Lakers shooting can continue, like if Russell can come to the table and help out Bron and AD, I think it's more inept to happen. But, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the Nuggets take it tonight?
Well,
they close the series out. They close LeBron out.
I think it's over tonight.
It's sad. But I mean, I don't know. It could happen. Who knows?
They
probably do get win tonight, though. You're right.
I think this is the end of the LeBron and AD era as well.
So where does LeBron go after this? Wherever Bronny gets drafted?
Oof.
Or does Bronny even get drafted? Or does he go to another school? I mean, there's so much conversation here when it comes to what's happening with this Lakers postseason talk.
Look, there's options to the Heat. There's options to whoever drafts Bronny. Honestly, it just might be a mad dash for free agency. I have no clue. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head who would get LeBron. But there's plenty of teams that give him a reason why. He can always come back home to Cleveland. Miami's an option. He could always just take off one. He could always just go with one of the young teams, the Thunder.
Yeah. Even he could just pick. He could have his pick of teams, and he could just go and be like, "Hey, I'd like to be the 6th man or something." I don't know. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Right. I can be the 3rd option, like the Thunder. Oh, thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Okay, we got the chat going today. That's nice to see. Shout out to everyone in the chat. B, Michael, Larry. I think Chris is here
Chris?
too as well, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out, y'all. LeBron, stay put. Would y'all want LeBron on the Knicks, John?
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind LeBron on the Knicks. Is that wrong to say? I would. I was just talking to Tommy today about I don't know why MJ went to DC when he could have went to New York. I mean, LeBron James really did patent you can go wherever you want. So I'd love to see him in New York. I think he'd make a great addition, especially if we sign him for nothing. We just all we have to do is draft Bronny. That'd be awesome. But I don't know. The Knicks don't ever draft anybody. Their drafts for the last 3 years have been horrible. So I don't know. It's
right.
It's tough to say. Who knows? But it's
so. Let's talk about the other West playoffs as well. Thunder and Pelicans, they play tonight as well. They're playing right now, I believe. I think this is a sweep. We thought after game one it was going to be competitive. It was going to be a long series, but nope. Game one was the closest it's been, and then game 2 and 3, blowouts. So, honestly, I think it ends tonight. It ends in New Orleans. No Zion really going to hurt the Pelicans, but the Thunder are way too good. Worst case scenario, they win in 5, but I just think they get it over with tonight because I believe they faced the winner of the 3 and 6 matchup. It should be Minnesota. No, not Minnesota. No. The OKC is 1. The Nuggets are 2. Wolves is 3. Oh no, they would face the winner of Mavs Clippers. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, what do you think the series ends tonight for the Pelicans?
Yeah, it probably ends tonight for the Pelicans. I mean, it's this no Zion thing kind of killed their whole offense. If Zion was in this game, I think, you know how much I love 7-game series. I want to be pushed all the time. Like let's just come on, let's create more and more basketball games. Absolutely, 100%. And Zion would have made a difference. But I mean, I just think Ingram he stops the ball. I don't like their flow, their offense. I don't really like anything about New Orleans. I mean, they made it interesting in the first game, but after that, I mean, to get swept, to be the second, could possibly be the second team swept in this playoffs. I mean, let's get to the first team swept, Phil. Let's go.
I want to save that for last, to be honest.
Okay, we're saving it for last. My bad. Sorry about it. I'm just excited.
We have 2 more.
We're going Mavs.
Yep, Mavs Clippers. Okay. So far, quick summary. Clippers won game 1 without Kawhi in LA, and then the Mavs took game 2. The Mavs took game 3, and then Kawhi is probably out for the rest of the series. But then the Clippers go up 31, but then almost lose the lead to the Mavs. James Harden went off. Paul George went off. Luka kind of struggled, but Kyrie held his own. Now we're sitting at a 2-2 series, just like the Mavs, just like the Cavs and the Magic. Best of 3. Winner faces OKC most likely.
Sure.
Who wins and how many games, John?
All right. My problem here is, all right, I don't believe in the Clippers. All right, and by the way, Larry, yes, we're gonna talk about it.
That was the award show, Larry. You missed the award show. That John was in there.
Oh, I was. Yeah, we were classing up on the award show. We normally do that time and time again, but I'll definitely work on the wardrobe. We'll work on some ideas. This is just a red shirt. I know. What am I doing? But
you get the memo,
to get back to the point, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Clippers here. All right. I think they're a very deep team. All right. I think they're a good team. You know what I mean? But we haven't seen Kawhi yet in this series. You know what I mean? Paul George is playing pretty okay.
I think we saw him games 2 and 3. That's it.
Yeah, 2 and 3. But I mean, how many points did he have?
Yeah,
that's what
12?
I mean, though. You know what I mean? Was he real Kawhi, though?
No.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I think the Mavs take them 7, you know what I mean? But they'll win the series. I think the Mavs need to win in 6 to have enough energy to play the next series because they're playing someone who just swept somebody. You know what I mean? So they're going to be mad rested on the Pelicans side. So, right. Yeah, I mean, I wish Elijah was here to tell us more about this because, I mean, you're probably rooting for the Mavs here too, or are you going Clippers?
No, I believe Mavs as well. I chose Mavs as 6 originally, but it could possibly be 7. It all depends on how Kyrie and Luka start off, because we saw Luka struggle a little bit that last game. Kyrie was going off in the fourth quarter, and honestly, with no pressure with Kawhi being there, because I think a hurt Kawhi will weigh you down the Clippers. That's what we saw games 2 and 3.
Sure.
But with the Clippers, and knowing Kawhi's not going to be there, that's how they were so successful in game 1 and 4. They didn't have to worry about, hey, Kawhi's out there limping. He won't be a liability. We can hoop. We can do our thing. We won't have to worry about if Kawhi will get hurt worse. So I think Kawhi just should sit out the rest of the series because we know how his injuries are for his career.
Sure.
But if the Clippers keep hooping like this, it's a possibility they can win. Because if Paul George and James Harden can keep playing at this level, they could possibly win the series. But I think the Mavs will have what it takes to hold things down. They have the healthier team. Paul George and James Harden can be inconsistent at times in the playoffs, so I don't think we'll get another game like that for maybe like another 2 games. So
sure,
I think the Mavs go back to LA and probably take this one, and it'll be 3. And I think they win the next 2. I think the Mavs win the next 2.
Okay. I mean, I see this going 7, but I agree with Larry. We really like Kyrie and Luka. They pick each other up. They're great teammates. I really liked Luka being honest with the media and saying he let Kyrie down. I like that he took responsibility like that. I think that was super. He's a leader there.
Right. He's one of the star players.
I hope he doesn't do it again. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you're right. They can win the next 2 games and they can finish out in 6, but it's going to be a tough series.
Right.
That's why I originally said Mavs in 7, because the Clippers are just so deep. You got Russ too on the bench. I mean, there's a lot Dallas has to do to win this series, but I mean, I think it's doable. Do you want to go to the Wolves Suns? Are you pulling that up?
Yep, I'm going to pull up something real quick. So yeah,
Okay, cool.
there's a reason why I have the Cancun label and why I'm dressed like this, because we are welcoming the first team to Cancun, none other than the Phoenix Suns, and I believe someone said, I think October 23rd. I wish I had the clip on me. Oh, wait, I do have the clip on me. I'm pulling it up right now. Give me one moment. Also, if you're new and want to follow us, our social and everything, check out our Instagram. It has been going over there with this clip. Apparently, 574 people like this clip so far.
It was a bold prediction. It was a good bold prediction, Phil. I gotta congrats to you. I mean, you thought they'd get past this round. I just want to say that. But
no, absolutely.
It was the best. It was a bold prediction since October. I mean, I'll give you that, no doubt.
Oh, hey, thank you for coming through, Larry. Appreciate you. Yeah, but yeah, I thought they're going to win this series because of experience, but I didn't think they get eliminated this fast. I thought it was going to be, like I said, maybe the second round ish.
Yeah, we're pulling it up in a second.
Okay, so this is the clip right here. Let me just refresh. Pause it. And make sure you head over to the Ball Central Instagram, Ball Central 4. Where is it? Right here. Boom.
Saying it respectfully, I don't know how teams are going to guard us.
I got the first bold protection of the year.
Ooh, what is it?
The Phoenix Suns don't make the conference finals.
Get out of here!
What?
Really?
A lot of them, a lot of people want them to make it. A lot of people are the favorites.
Do you
Them
think
in
this
Denver.
is Brooklyn 2.0? Are you trying to say KD has gone to another Brooklyn?
Well,
and he won't play with his teammates, and
I
they
think-
won't create a chemistry.
I think
and they won't.
I think a healthy Clippers team can even run for their money. They're
No,
not give them a run for the money.
Sure.
I just think there could be there's a team with depth and hitting at the right moment can upset the Suns.
Sure.
One, two, three.
So yeah,
That was a nice clip.
there's the clip. Yeah, for clips like this and others, head over to our Instagram. Since we don't know the state of TikTok at this point, that was originally made on TikTok. So, hey, if TikTok gets banned and it gets deleted or sold, head over to Ball Sector 4 for clips like that. So, where do we start? Do we want actually first? Let's not even start with the Suns. Let's give props to the team that deserves the props for this series. The Minnesota Timberwolves, also Phil Better, Chris Finch. Nasty hit near the end of the game in game 4. It's a torn patellar tendon for him after colliding with Mike Conley.
That was crazy.
So I don't know, it'll probably take weeks of recovery, but hope he'll feel better. But let's give props where props is due before we talk about the bad. Let's talk about the good. Minnesota, and Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Yeah.
I'm here. This is my moment. We're done with the 2000s. Anthony Edwards is saying. Basically, this is the passing of the torch series. Anthony Edwards taking the torch from KD. You had your time, old head. This is my turn now, basically. Not only that, Rudy Gobert, we saw last week, he took a lot of disrespect being called overrated. He got made fun of for the Corona thing, which rightfully so, in my opinion. But he balls out, averaging a double-double in that series, absolutely torching the offense and defense of the Suns, especially Yusuf Nurkic. Nurkic was getting bullied. And then others, Jaden McDaniels showing why he belongs in the league as one of the best defenders. Cat being one of the best two options. Cat from New Jersey had a game 4. I think like 3 or 4 threes. So
he did. He showed up.
Yeah.
I want to see him do it again. I want to see him do it in the next series.
He did it 2 straight games.
I want to see him do it in the next series. I want to. Who are they playing, Phil? Who's the team that could potentially play? Is it
Denver?
It's not the Mavs. It's Denver. Yeah. So I want to see them beat Denver.
The winner of Denver and LA potentially. Whoever wins between those two. Because who knows?
A lot of people are saying Minnesota's here. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, the torch has been passed." I want to see them beat Denver. All right, beat Denver. I mean, beat the defending champs. I hope they do. I don't want the Denver Nuggets to move on. So I hope they beat Denver. But I don't know. I don't know. And I picked the Timberwolves to win this series. You know what I mean? I'm excited for it. I'm happy for it. I want him to continue to show up. I get he showed up in 3 and 4. I want him to show up against Denver, seriously, because I don't know. This team is good. I really like Anthony Edwards. I think he did an amazing job, but they sold sometimes during the regular season. You know what I mean? You watch the regular season to know they will sell. They can sell. You know what I mean? So what do you think, Phil? Do you think am I being too nerve-wracking with this Karl Anthony Towns?
First of all, cut Cat some slack. He was
hooping. I would need to see it next series. I need to see him beat the Nuggets. All right, that's all I need. I don't need no MVP. I don't need no most improved. I don't need no award. You know what I mean? I just need you to beat the Nuggets. That's all I need you to do.
Yep. For me, that's a tough task since those are the defending champions. But as of right now, they did their job. I think whatever happens now, unless they get terribly swept and everyone looks terrible on Minnesota, I don't think if they lose to the Nuggets, I don't think it's a failure of the season. I think they won their NBA Finals I think they won their NBA Finals by beating Derek White just dunked on 2 Heat members. They won their NBA Finals. No one, even though the Bucks had them as the best odds to win, everyone on socials, every expert said Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. Those 3 are 3 of the best scorers in the game. There's no way.
No, sure, but just because you win one game or one series doesn't mean job's finished.
Oh no, of course. I mean, obviously,
that's all I'm saying.
As a top 3 seed, you're absolutely right. The goal is to win a championship. But I don't see them as a serious title contender, even though they had their moment against Phoenix. But like I said, there's still the Nuggets you have to go through. OKC you have to go through. They're top 3 seed for a reason. I think they're the 3rd best team in the West. But if push comes to shove, gun to my head, I am still picking OKC and Denver ahead of them.
All right.
But mostly Denver because they have the experience. OKC and Minnesota needs to get there with experience.
Phil, I'm an old head. I don't believe any of these young teams. As much as I love young teams, I don't believe any of these young teams reach the mountaintop until they beat the mountaintop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like all this Knicks hype, but until you beat Boston to go to the finals, shut up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying.
Who to shut up?
I'm just saying you got to beat Denver. Seriously, I don't care if you're ranked 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I don't care if you're the 1st seed, if you're the 3rd seed. You got to beat Denver. You got to beat Denver. You have to.
But this is good progress for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh yeah.
Last year. And plus, Ant Edwards, potential face of the league.
And I also think you could move Cat potentially. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying you could move Cat or Gobert and add a piece if you wanted somebody else. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
there are
I
options
think,
with your team.
Oh, shake a dunk. Honestly, I think they keep Gobert. Honestly, it depends what you can get for Cat, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think Ant.
I mean, they're a good 1-2 punch if they can both hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're a great 1-2 punch if they can both hit. They blow teams out.
That's enough with the good side of the series. Let's go to the bad side. The bad side that I corrected. I predicted. Well, not predicted because I chose the Suns to win the series, but it happened a little early. But I'm glad I got this prediction right. The Phoenix Suns got swept. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant showed out in Game 4, even though they struggled all series. So I guess they waited late to show up. But Bradley Beal, 6 fouls. They fouled out. I needed one more 3 to cash a parlay. So fuck Bradley Beal. It was literally I had an all day Sunday parlay.
Are you upset, Phil?
Hear me out the parlay.
Okay.
It was Derrick Jones, 1 made 3. He got that. Norman Powell, 2 made 3s. He got that.
Okay.
Chris Middleton, under 2.5 made 3s. He hit that.
Okay.
Miles Turner, 2 3s. He hit that. Anthony Edwards, 2 3s. He hit that. Bradley Beal, 1 3 made, 1 for 5 from 3. And then he fouls out with like 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Bradley Beal. 9 points his last game, too, by the way. I don't mean that, I know a lot of people are throwing some hate on Bradley Beal, but I mean, he kind of deserves it because he had 9 points. He had 14 points in game 2, and he had 15 points in game 1. Only game 3 showed up with 28, where he played 43 minutes. So it's just like, was he worth the piece? I guess not. And I mean, you were right from the get. No, but he's on a max contract. This guy's making an enormous amount of money to score 15 points a game.
50 mil, I believe.
For 9 points a game? You must be out your mind. I mean, Bradley Beal's definitely getting moved. I don't mean to be like that, but he is. It's just.
Let's start with who do we blame for this mess? For me, the easy way out. Let's blame KD. Let's blame Devin Booker.
Hate KD.
Hear me out.
We're blaming one person at a time. So talk about your KD.
The easy way out will be let's blame Kevin Durant for coming to Phoenix and making all this mess. Let's blame Devin Booker for not showing up the first 3 games of the season, getting locked up by Jaden McDaniels, KD as well. But let's even blame the coach, Mr. Vogel, for not putting the right rotations. But no, I'm not blaming any one of those guys. I am blaming the GM.
That's right.
I am blaming the front office because Frank Vogel, as you may know, you may or may not know his history, John. He was a head coach of the Indiana Pacers when Paul George was there, and the Lakers when they won the championship. And what those 2 of those teams have in common that they don't have in common with the Suns? If you had to guess.
The Suns didn't have a bench, but they had a bench.
Close, but their defense. The Pacers were a great team defensively, and so were the Lakers. And Frank Vogel is a defensive head coach. He has a defensive mindset when it comes to coaching.
He's like Tibbs.
Yep. And what does Phoenix do to help him try to build a team? They give him mostly offensive players.
Sure.
How do you expect a defensive head coach to try to make sure this team does well when you don't give him any reliable defensive weapons? Yusuf Nurkic as your anchor? You saw how Gobert bullied him all series. Kevin Durant is a decent defender, but you need players like Josh Hart. You need players like Dante DiVincenzo. You need players like Mitchell Robinson.
Well, they have no bench or role players, and I mean, you're naming a lot of Knicks now, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much because we know how to build a team.
The one thing there, but if you want a defensive head coach to succeed in the NBA, and obviously, I believe you can still build a decent team around Beal, Booker, and KD, but at least put some defensive weapons next to them. We can't rely on Josh Okogie to play defense. We can't rely on Nurkic to play defense. We can't rely on Eric Gordon, who's 35 years old, to play defense.
Sure.
And plus,
although Eric Gordon plays some defense, he does. He plays decent defense. I know he's like 35 and he's old, but I'm just saying he's decent.
If I said name a defender on the Suns team, is the first person you're naming Eric Gordon?
No, not close.
Yeah.
And I mean, KD was getting cooked by Ant.
Right.
KD was getting cooked.
So you don't have anyone to help be that defensive specialist for Frank Vogel. You don't have anyone defensively to help Frank Vogel. Who's the best defender on the Suns? Kevin Durant by default, since he's the tallest and the wingspan and everything.
Which is
we
tough
don't know
because he's not a post player. You know what I mean? Like he's not somebody who's going to stand up for your team.
Right. He's not. They don't have anyone that can be the main defensive guy. They don't have anyone. They don't have a defensive personnel. They just don't have a good defensive team. Period. And the defensive head coach doesn't know what he's doing. Yes,
which is crazy, Phil, because like I don't mean to be like that, but there's always that one defensive guy that all he does is rebound or all he does is box out. And you're like, oh, do we really need this guy? Like a Draymond Green, right? But he's so important to this team somehow. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, and people wonder, oh, why do you have him on this team? Well, those teams are winning championships, are they not?
Yep. And
do
the Suns have those? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So you helped a defensive head coach with nothing. You said, fuck it. Here's offensive players. Make something out of nothing. I know it's not your strong suit. We're not going to give you players that can actually help suit your coaching style, but we're going to say, fuck it. You do what you got to do. We'll pick up no personnel. We'll pick up no defensive centers. And the one thing as well,
see,
no point guard as well.
I get that. That's why I don't blame KD. Okay,
like, no, I don't.
You be loving to blame KD.
I don't blame KD. I don't. Even though I do blame him for not showing up the first 3 games of the season. But
okay, all right, yeah.
That's I'll blame him for. But this whole thing is not on KD. This team is poorly constructed, and 1, no defense for the defensive head coach, and 2, there's no point guard. You're missing a player like Chris Paul to help slow down the offense, to help make sure everything is distributed perfectly. Booker is not the answer at point guard. Neither is Bradley Beal. You miss a Chris Paul.
Sure. Well, I mean, hear me out on this too. I mean, LeBron, like everyone wants to be like, oh, let's just form a big 3, right? But LeBron James was more than just offense. He was defense. You know what I mean? Yep. He was more than just like a wing player. He was a playmaker. You know what I mean? He was a point guard in itself. You know what I mean? So it's just like I was surprised when you said Suns already eliminated out because they just traded for Bradley Beal. Okay, meaning I thought Bradley Beal was going to do something not Bradley Beal like and maybe sacrifice for his team or maybe play a different role or I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking that he wasn't going to be average Bradley Beal like he was in this series. That one move cost them their whole season when you think about it, just because by bringing in Bradley Beal, now you have another shooting guard. So now Booker had to move to point guard and completely kind of change his game a little bit to look first, right? And you, like you said, no defender. So it just, I don't know. Do you think this team can be saved, or do you think they're going to blow it up again?
I think if they want to compete and make sure Kevin Durant stays, you got to get rid of Beal.
But do you think they can keep Kevin Durant and still compete?
Yes, I think this team can be a good – because this is their first year together. And
I mean, realistically, yeah.
And Kevin Durant carried the Phoenix Suns on his back this whole year. I'll give credit where credit's due. Kevin Durant had one hell of a year. Mm-hmm. He was the only reliable member on this Suns team majority of the season because Devin Booker was out with injury. So was Brad Beal. So he was pulling up crazy numbers to help keep this team afloat and got them the 6-7 seed. So sadly, no Kevin Durant slander from myself today, even though I want.
Wait, so he even kept them out of the play-in, technically, we could say.
Yes.
He was so good, he kept them out of the play-in where they would have definitely lost. I don't mean to be like that, but they would have definitely lost, right? I mean, the play-in teams were kind of weak this year.
Yeah.
They were kind of weak.
I think the Warriors, the Kings, I think they would have beat either one of those teams, to be honest. But
Sure. Yeah.
But
I mean, Zion before he got hurt.
Oh yeah, if they were facing a healthy Pelicans team, they would have lost.
That I mean, it's just like I mean, this team was gonna struggle with depth alone because they don't really have a bench. You know what I mean? But to get swept is crazy. To get swept with three prime stars is crazy. But let's move on. Let's go to the next one.
I think that's it.
That's it? Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
Lakers, Nuggets, Pelicans, and Thunder, Mavs, Clippers, and then Suns, Timberwolves.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. If you guys are watching NBA playoffs, let us know. Any teams you like watching. Larry has been big on Dallas and New York with us, so appreciate him for that. Oh.
Yeah, so what else do we have on the docket?
You want to talk NFL draft?
Yes.
Or what?
So yeah, we can talk NFL draft. So
Okay.
we'll just go by the first 3 rounds, and then we'll just go off late rounds. We'll talk a late round. So I'm gonna pull up the first round, and we're just gonna talk
Let's
about
go.
it. Real quick.
I mean, Phil, I gotta ask your opinion. What would you think of the third overall pick as a Patriots fan? Or do we
You know
like it?
how
What's going
you know
on?
how I felt about it. You know, I wanted Robert Harrison Jr., but
Sure,
I'm
sure.
glad we have our guy at quarterback, just because
Drake May.
it's
Sure.
it's going to be a tough draft next year, and I don't think there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the draft next year. So, and we don't know if the Patriots will stay a top 5 team in the draft to be able to pick another person like this at a prime position. So, I mean, there's been some hype about Drake May, so I'm happy with it.
And I
At
mean, you
least,
got to give him a shot first. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
yeah,
he's already better than Mac Jones just because he's not really the initial quarterback off Tom Brady. You know what I mean? It was Cam Newton for a
right.
season, but then it was Mac. You know what I mean? So just, I think it's going to be different. I think you're going to build around this kid, and it's going to be something completely different.
Right. So, here's the first round on the number 1 pick. As usual, it was obvious. Mr. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. I'm pretty sure the first 3 were locks. Nope. No
Yeah.
one expected that. First 4 was locks actually. Robert Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised the Chargers didn't go neighbors here, but with the line that Herbert has, he'll probably be running for his life regardless. So some are saying this is the next Joe Thomas, John.
I would agree. I really like Joel. I wanted the Giants to get him or Neighbors, and it stinks that the Chargers picked him because I hate that organization. But he seems pretty good from what I've watched at Notre Dame. He seems pretty damn good. I think it was a good pick overall because I think they went wide receiver in the second round. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there are a bunch
They
of good
did,
wide
yeah.
receivers. But
So, how do you feel about the 6th pick? What Neighbors? What the Giants?
oh, I love the 6th pick. Neighbors. Oh yeah, dude. I wanted. That's who I originally wanted to take in our draft. But yeah. So I'm really liking Joe Shane's draft so far. I haven't looked fully into it, but so far the first 3 rounds that I looked up, it's pretty good. He missed on somebody I would have liked personally in the second round. We'll get to it later, but I really like the pick on Neighbors.
Gotcha. Also, J.C. Latham, the Tennessee Titans, need help protecting their Mayo boy quarterback. So they got Alabama offensive tackle, I believe. So Alabama's always
I
good
thought
for.
there were a lot of tackles taken early in this. I mean, maybe
offensive
not J.C.
linemen are
Latham.
very underrated. So
They are, and I'm pro offensive lineman, Phil, but I'm just saying with the first, what was it, 15, 14 picks, it was all offense. I'm just saying I'm not calling J.C. Latham. You know what I mean? He's picked too mature or whatever. I'm just saying that like first 14 picks were offense. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just saying as we go through and watch this.
Speaking
Michael
of,
Penix at 8, Phil, what was your reaction? And what was Kenny's reaction? I need to know, low key.
Kenny, I'll tell you Kenny's reaction first. Well, my reaction is easy. Well, what the hell were they thinking?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having that reaction. I was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah. So Kenny's reaction: keep drinking, because he was drinking during the draft, and as soon as he saw an Atlanta Falcons pick with the number 8 pick in the draft, quarterback Michael Penix, he continued to keep drinking. He was not happy with the pick. He wanted Dallas Turner or one of the defensive players in the draft. So honestly, I see what the Falcons were trying to do was, making sure Kirk Cousins has quarterback insurance, just because he's coming off a torn Achilles, I believe it was, and he's so high up in age. So obviously they're planning for the future.
35.
But with the 8th pick in the draft, this could have been a late pick. This could have been a late 20s. It's even second round, third round.
I don't like their assumption with it. You know what I mean? You're talking about NFL contracts are 4 to 5 years, right? So realistically, you just signed a 4-year contract with Kirk Cousins, meaning you have to automatically use Penix's extension in the 5th year if you stick through 4 years of Kirk Cousins.
And he's 25. How old is he? 24?
No, I thought he was 23. He's 25?
How old is Michael Penix? Let's see.
I thought he was 23, but I could be wrong.
Michael Penix Jr. age.
But let me tell you this, Bill. I did
23.
Low-key like that pick. I like Michael Penix, and I think Atlanta is a great place for a young quarterback right now. But you just signed Kirk Cousins to a $160 million deal. I don't know what the hell you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, that is an insanely great pick for Atlanta, right? Give me back my $160 million. What are we doing here? Like, why did they sign Kirk Cousins? And I'm not saying this like if Kenny is watching this at all, like I just want to say I like what Atlanta's doing. You know what I mean? I think what they're doing is pretty good. This doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I don't mean this in a rude or demeaning way. If you're gonna get Kirk Cousins for $160 million, get him help. You know what I mean? Don't sign his replacement because you think in 4 years you're gonna be amazing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Because what happens when in 4 years they're not amazing? And they have the fifth overall pick, but you have this guy who you have to still see him develop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's 23, and we probably won't see Michael Penix at the start until Kirk Cousins leaves, which will be what 2, 3, 4 years. He'll be what 27. Oof.
27, 28 by the time he really plays.
Yeah, honestly, Dallas Turner should have been the move. It should have been Dallas Turner.
I mean, yeah, it should have been. But
you could have got Penix. I mean, and also this was the pick that fucked up the entire draft.
I don't know. There are a bunch of other picks after this that I don't want to say were question marks, but like I said, Dallas Turner going at like 17, 18. I think he went 17, right?
He went. Wow, he went. Where is he? I think 17. He went second round. No, he went 17. No, right? Yeah,
17. Yeah, I think to Minnesota. Thank you. I think him going so late is why like Bowers for Oakland doesn't really make sense because Casper did a good enough job, but like they want a big time tight end there. You know what I mean? They missed the Waller experiment. They want to do that again. You know what I mean?
Apparently.
I mean, I hear you. Bo Nix at 12. Yeah. Huge reach. I don't mean to be like that. But, oh my God.
Well.
What?
JJ McCarthy as well.
Yeah.
At 10. So yeah, I mean, before we get into those picks, but let's get into the Bears pick though at 9 before we get into the quarterbacks that got reached for.
You think so? You think he got reached too, or what?
JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix.
No. 9.
No.
Okay.
I think this was a great pick by Chicago. Not only you have Caleb Williams to help jumpstart your rebuild, but you have Keenan Allen, you have DJ Moore, you have Cole Kmet, and now you add Jerome Odunze.
True.
This Bears offense is looking scary.
I think they already kind of had their wide receivers. I think it would have made sense to almost go defense or offensive lineman here, personally.
Yeah.
At 9. But Jerome Odunze is known to look down on. I think at 9, he's a steal. I think the Giants could have taken him at 6, realistically.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Neighbors.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, Neighbors could. I mean, there's a debate for Neighbors or Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best wide receiver to come out of this draft.
Yep,
you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, it's just like I'm not disappointed with Neighbors. I'm just saying, no, Joe Alt. As much as I like Joe Alt, should not have been picked at 5. No offense, if you're Justin Herbert, you know what I mean. If you're Justin Herbert, who would you rather, Joe Alt or Neighbors?
I feel like it would have been a L either way. If you pick Neighbors, you have a weapon, but how much time do you have to throw? But if you pick Alt, you have time to throw, but you're still probably going to miss the target because you have Walmart workers as wide receivers. So
ask Joe Burrow what he feeling. Ask Joe Burrow how he feeling.
I mean, they signed offensive linemen in the offseason, so hopefully.
True. Well, I mean, yeah. But there was that little debate when they were thinking about drafting Chase or
Sewell. Yeah.
Sewell. Yeah. Just like, I mean, the wide receiver worked out for the Bengals. You know what I mean? They look insanely good. You know what I mean? That whole division looks insanely good.
Hey, now we get to see it. We get to see.
Do we think we're thinking they're the best division in football, right? Still, the AFC North.
AFC North?
Yeah.
Yes.
They gotta be, right? Yeah.
I'm guessing you saw the CJ Stroud and Michael Parsons.
Oh yeah, and the Michael Parsons clip. Yeah. Michael Parsons thing. The Cowboys
those two were great content.
Oh yeah, CJ Stroud needs to get on a mic. CJ Stroud, when he speaks, he makes so much sense, and like he's an underrated guy that sees underrated guys. If that makes any sense. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because like I don't either he wasn't heavily scouted, or when somebody makes when somebody tears somebody else down, he can go, oh no, I don't really agree with that, but I like him for this and this reason. I love him for that.
That Florida receiver.
Exactly, whatever. Yeah. But like CJ Stroud was so they really were like, oh, what a high pick. And CJ Stroud was like, I would have taken him at 20. I mean,
and also
got that pick, or
he had to shut Michael Parsons' BS down of saying the NFC East was the best division football.
I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Michael Parsons, but I mean, the Giants and the Redskins aren't carrying the same heat as the Steelers. No, I'm just saying, like, the
as
Steelers.
The bottom two in the AFC North, yeah.
We can almost equivalent the Steelers and the Giants to be almost the same team, but push comes to shove. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are taking the Steelers over the Giants, right?
Right.
But they're quintessentially the same team because they're owned by the same type of people. You know what I mean? Like,
yep, the Rooneys and Mara. I think Mara.
They're related. Do you know about that?
Really?
Yeah.
It makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised.
So it's just like it's just like I mean, I get what he's saying. It's just the Giants haven't been holding up their side of the division. You know what I mean? The Cowboys have kind of been there. You know what I mean? The Eagles, sure, you could say they went to the Super Bowl, so you could say they gave something, but it's just the AFC North looked scary last year. It looked really scary.
Also, hey, let's get back to the draft.
I know. Sorry about it.
So yes, as you said, the reaches. JJ McCarthy, I don't see him as a top 10 pick. I'm sorry.
I was fine with that reach just because the trade with the Jets. Like, I thought to trade up and only give away a third and a fourth.
Plus, yeah,
good move. Good move.
It's a good move for you guys, but
sure.
Were the Jets really going to pick JJ McCarthy?
No, not at all. I don't understand why they did that. But I mean,
did they move back one spot?
But at least they didn't move up to 4 and take them. You know what I mean? At least they didn't.
Oh, that would have been a lot worse.
I know. It probably would have been 2-3 first round pick. But you see how crazy some people are. Like just like
the Vikings. Honestly, the only way I could think about it of why they did this for the Vikings is they probably thought someone else was going to get that Jet spot at 10.
The Jets were shopping because we didn't have any second round picks. That's
why.
what it was. So we were shopping heavy.
Yep.
And they were like, you know what, 3rd and a 4th.
Maybe they were scared someone else was going to do it and get McCarthy, so maybe that's why they hit the panic button.
But they were only competing with the Broncos, who were already heavy on Bo Nix from the start. So it's just like, and for them to take him at 12, can we skip? I don't mean to be skipping the Jets pick because I actually thought it was a good pick for once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You finally got a tackle.
Just like quick thoughts on that Jets pick.
Yeah, I thought it was a good pick. I mean, you got a tackle, you got a 3rd and a 4th rounder for later on in the draft.
Absolutely.
I mean,
help Rodgers to stay in the pocket. Absolutely.
We got 2 very old tackles who I very much enjoy in Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, but a lot of people have been talking smack about them. All right, don't be talking on me. That's my guys. I mean, all right? I'm going to get loud here. Don't make me get loud here.
They are good players, but they are up there in age. That's it.
Hey, man, Tyron Smith's still a top 10 tackle. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm sorry to curse. But that's how I feel about him. I love you.
Damn.
I know. He's a top 10 tackle. A lot of people have been talking smack.
He is. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. They're terrible. They're just up there in age.
They are.
But yeah, the 12th pick, Bo Nix.
Could you not have traded back? Could you not have traded back for somebody else?
But for Bo Nix at 12, how many quarterbacks are taking top like 20 picks? Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. You got Penix.
It was 6.
You got McCarthy. Right? You got Bo Nix. Yep, and there's the top 20 right there. That's crazy. Bo Nix was he even at like a projected top first rounder?
He was a first rounder.
Really?
But I thought he was a late first rounder, early second, but Broncos liked him that much. I mean, at 12 though,
yeah, they could at least trade it back, in my opinion. So
who's the head coach of that team? It's I can't remember his name. Why can't ruining that team? Sean Payton is ruining that team. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but your name is becoming forgettable, Sean Payton. That's how badly you're making the Broncos. I don't mean to be like that. First, you trade for Zach Wilson, didn't make any sense. Okay, don't mean to be like that, but it didn't really make any sense. All right, then I mean the John Franklin Myers trade was pretty good, realistically, because
you got. What you have Zach Wilson, you have who's that backup quarterback? Bo Nix, and there's one more quarterback in that quarterback room.
I think they really, I don't even know. They were
Jarrett Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham. I mean, I don't even count Jarrett Stidham at that point for them. Do they? I mean,
technically he is.
Is he still there?
Close to starting.
Bo Nix is start. He's 12 pick overall.
Well,
if Bo Nix doesn't start. Bro, what is
Jarrett
going on here?
Jarrett Stidham started the games where Russ was sitting, remember?
Yeah, he did. That would blow my mind if you really like if Bo Nix didn't start this year, like people in Denver should be concerned. All right, your team is being overrun by, I don't know. He's a 12 pick overall. He should start. What do you think about Bowers going to the Raiders?
Honestly, they should have got line there. They should have got O-line.
Yeah, I kind of agree too. Or I mean, I don't want to say quarterback, but you could have traded up at that. I mean, all these other people picked.
Yeah. Yeah, I said one O-line. I like the pick for the Saints. Colts got a good player in Latu. Anyone else in the first round before we move on to the next 2-3 rounds?
Dallas Turner at 17, he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. It's criminal. It's criminal. And the Eagles, Quentin Mitchell at 22 didn't even need to trade up. They got their guy, and then they got Cooper DeJean the next round. It's dude, what?
Yeah.
What is going on, Phil?
Verse, I like Jared Verse for the Rams. Yeah, Eagles had a very good draft like last year. Brian Thomas Jr. fell to 23. Terry and Arnold, the Lions get the best cornerback in the draft, per se. And, John, before we move on to the second round, the Buffalo Bills traded their pick to who else but the Kansas City Chiefs. But rumor has it that pick was supposed to go to the Patriots, and they were going to draft Xavier Worthy. But instead, they said, fuck the Patriots. We're going to draft to our own rival instead, and the Chiefs. And who the Chiefs grabbed to make up for Rashee Rice's absence? Xavier Worthy, the fastest person in the draft.
That's wild.
How do you feel about the Bills making this move?
How do I feel about the Bills making this move? I'm fine with it because it got them draft picks, and I like when the Bills make trades like this because it normally doesn't work out. Because the Bills also gave away a pick that drafted Patrick Mahomes or whatever. I don't know if you pay attention to things like that, but I pay attention to things like that. I mean, how do I feel about it? I feel fine, I guess. The Bills didn't even draft anybody in the first round, right? What are they doing? What is Buffalo doing?
They're like, we'll draft a receiver in a second.
Continue to do things like this, please. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, I liked Xavier Worthy before we move on. I like Nate Wiggins. I mean,
also Ricky Purcell, CJ Stroud, you mentioned earlier, he really liked this pick for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, he did.
Let's move on to round 2. Right here, Keon Coleman, 33. That's who the Bills used for that trade with the Chiefs. Yeah. Lad McConkey from, I believe, Georgia.
Well, I'm not 100% sold on. Where's Keon Coleman from again? He's from Texas FSU. Or he's from FSU? Okay, yeah, he's all right.
Honestly, for the Patriots right here, Jalen Polk, it's a good pick.
You think it was a reach or what?
It wasn't a reach, but I wanted A.D. Mitchell from Texas. Okay. And he fell all the way to 52 for the Colts. Apparently, there was this bullshit story. Yeah, apparently there's some bullshit story going around that he's diabetic, and if he doesn't have his diabetic medicine, he goes on uncharacteristic temperature.
Oh, the Patriots are horrible with that, by the way. I don't mean to be like that. The Patriots are horrible with diabetics.
Oh, well.
So that's why they didn't draft their guy. Sorry about it.
Well, I mean,
they cut a guy. They cut a guy after he won the Super Bowl because he was diabetic. Do you know about that?
I think I saw that. Right. I think I saw it in one of the books.
Which is crazy, but it's all right. It's okay. I mean,
he still won some titles. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. But it's just type 2 diabetes is something that people live with. That's
absolutely. It's a serious
blows
condition.
my mind with it. You know what I mean?
So with the rest of this round 2, we're gonna go quick with this. Cooper DeJean, wow.
Dude, at 40, I was just like, what the?
Eagles had themselves a draft yet again. They made 7-8 trades.
Oh. I also like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, for the Saints, absolutely.
From the Saints. I hope Lawrence loves that pick.
He does.
Because I want a shirt. I want a Kool-Aid shirt.
He does. Let's see. For the Colts got a steal with Adonai Mitchell. Just to help out Anthony Richardson and others. Oh, Lord. Who else? I think that's good for the first round, right? Second round?
No, actually, Tyler Newman. I like him for the Giants.
I
just think this was a miss. I think he's a good pick. I like him. I enjoy him. I think he'll be a great safety for us. I'm not hating on the pick. I just would have liked Zachary Frazier, the center from West Virginia.
That's why.
The Steelers raked in this draft. All right, I don't mean to be like that, but like. Who they took in the first round? They raked in this draft, bro.
raked.
They hit A's in almost every single category. And I mean, yes, he's from West Virginia, so yes, do I want him?
Yeah,
like,
a little bit of bias there.
He was he was a second center taken, all right? And he was really damn good, all right?
Hey,
so I'm just saying.
If he's up there in depth, hey, I would want him to then.
I watch this guy a lot, all right? Especially because he's West Virginia.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I watch him a lot. But, like, he's damn good, all right? So, luckily the Steelers have their guy. Good for them.
Right. So, round 3, Malachi Corley. How do you guys feel about the Jets pick right there?
Love that pick. Love Malachi Corley. The Jets rooms are raving about it. Apparently, this was the pick that they've been raving around in the building. They thought he was a second round pick. They got him in the 3rd round. It was a steal. Apparently, I don't know. I've watched tape on him. He's from Western Kentucky. I don't mean to hit on Western Kentucky football, but they're playing a lot smaller people. So, I mean, he's agile, he's fit, he trucks a lot of people, but like I said, they're playing a lot smaller people. You know what I mean? In D1. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Hopefully he'll be good. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. I think he's a good pick, though. I think a lot of people are excited.
Is there anything else we want to touch up on the draft?
What about Cameron Wallace? Did you like your guy at 68?
I mean, honestly, this Patriots had a pretty good draft under our Gerard Mayo.
Okay.
They went with their guys for offense and defense. Some good picks. Much needed O-line help as well. Hey, good first draft, Gerard Mayo. Let's see how it performs on the field. And they re-signed Mr. What's his name? They re-signed Christian Barmore as well. So a huge contract.
Okay,
so
cool.
He's been great for us. I'm glad to see him stay a Patriot.
Cool.
Shit, the Heat are fighting back.
Yeah, they are. I'm watching that game. And it's all right. You'll close them out. I also kind of think that the Giants, I mean, I think the big story is that Philly up their secondary, but I think the Giants up their secondary as well. I think they're 2 picks with Andrew Phillips, the corner out of Kentucky. He's a really good pick. So, I mean, I'm excited to see how we look. We should be way more put together defensively next year. You know what I mean? So, the Jets and the Giants should run things in New York. It should be very exciting, hopefully. You know what I mean? If our offenses can score any points to, run things on.
So, see, that's good for the draft talk. We're going to do 2 quick things before we head out.
Okay.
We're going to have... Oh, stop sharing. Whoops. Okay. There we go. So, John, we're going to do a quick blind ranking.
Okay.
We're going to do 1 NFL draft related and then 1 NBA related.
Okay,
so,
cool. Sounds good.
I'm going to give you a random 5 names and you pick where they go 1 through 5, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Gotcha. So, the first name is going to be, and the theme is first overall picks.
Okay.
In NFL draft. So, first one, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Ooh, we're going to put him at 4 because he's worked out, but he's worked out on a different team. So,
gotcha. Next one, Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford. If we could put everyone at 4, that's where he would go. But we're going to put him at 5 because I hated Sam Bradford personally.
Gotcha. Next one, Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Oh, he was very good coming out of college.
And this
I'll probably put him at 2, realistically.
Gotcha. So you got 2, 4, and 5 all filled up. You have 1 and 3 available. Cam Newton.
Cam, put him at 3 because Carolina didn't really do much with him, but he did a great job in Carolina.
Gotcha. And
who's our number 1?
Your number 1, Eli Manning.
Oh, that's right, baby. The guy who beat Tom Brady twice. What a great top 5. Hell yeah. That's how I would rate my top 5. Look at that. Great. How it all works out. I didn't even know Eli Manning was 5. That's what's up. But he's number 1 in my book, and he's number 1 on this list. So let's get it.
I agree with that. Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So
1, 2 Super Bowls too.
The next one, NBA playoff performers.
Ooh, tough.
Top 5. How would you rank these? And how would you rank these guys in terms of playoff performances?
I'm gonna try no bias, but let's see what happens.
No bias, no regular season.
It's gonna be hard.
Just
You're gonna throw some nicks at me.
Just straight playoff performances. That's it.
Okay, straight playoff performances. Gotcha.
First one, Kevin Durant.
This year's, or what are we talking about?
Career.
Ooh, tough playoff performances. 4. Sorry about it. Sorry, KD. Don't mean to hate on you, but you got a lot of misses. I don't mean to be like that.
Next one, Stephen Curry, his former teammate.
Steph. I don't have the stats on me. I don't have the stats, but so far, I mean, he's been doing pretty good, right? He's got 4 championships with the Warriors. He's been the front guy. He's learned how to share the spotlight as well as bring in other people. Give me 2. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. I'm probably janked up my list at 2, but all right. We got 4 and 2. What do we got
Next
here?
one, Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Damn it. Why you do this to me? 3. Sorry about it. Sorry about it, Dwayne. Sorry about it.
We got 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
So
who's 1 and 5? Let's see it.
Kobe.
Fuck. 1, baby. That's right. We'll go Kobe with 1. Playoff performances. Who did I put at 5? Go ahead. Who did I get? Okay, that's right, baby. LeBron at 5. That's right. Oh, that's right. Oh my God. That's what's up. Okay, cool. That was a horrible mistake, but it worked out in the end. No, it really didn't. But
no, it didn't.
I mean, no, it didn't. I would have put LeBron at like 2, I guess. If looking back, I don't know.
Gotcha. Would you like to do next point guards blind rankings? I have a backup.
That's so hard because I'm gonna leave my last one for my last one for sure. Why not? Let's get it.
So
it's so nerve wracking. I'm sorry about the LeBron thing. I should have done better. But realistically, if we're talking playoff performances, finals finishes. Got more losses than wins. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
So 5 Knicks point guards, and this is for the entire career as a Knick.
Okay.
Nothing else. Nothing outside of the Knicks. Just their Knicks.
Out of a Knicks jersey. Nothing outside of a Knicks jersey. Got you.
So, first one, Clyde Frazier.
Clyde. 2. Give me 2. That's tough. I know, but give me 2.
Next one.
I know.
Jeremy Lin.
Ooh, in the Knicks uniform. Give me 4 because he sparked a movement. Give me 4. He would be 5, but give me 4.
Jason Kidd,
unfortunately, in a Knicks uniform. We're talking Knicks uniform. I really enjoyed that buzzer beater versus the Nets.
With the leg out.
Put Brooklyn in its place, right? But we're gonna give him a 5. Sorry, Jason Kidd. Love you, dog. But you're only a Knick for like not that many years. So apologies.
Gotcha. Next one. Jalen Brunson.
Wait. How many do we have so far? This is our 3rd?
Yes, so far you have 4th. You have Clyde Frazier 2.
Okay.
You have Jeremy Lin 3, and you have Kidd.
No. I have Jeremy Lin 4.
4. You have Jeremy Lin 4 and Kidd 5. Yes.
I have 3 and 1 open. I can't do it. Like I want to give him 1. But I don't know who's the number 1 guy. Let me get Brunson. Let me get Brunson at the 1 spot. Who did I put at 3?
That's open, I believe.
Yeah, that's the only one. Who's my last guy?
So, Earl Monroe.
That sucks, but that's all right. All right, I'll go Brunson. Yeah, Brunson, Clyde, Monroe, nice. Lynn, and then who'd have a 5? Jason Kidd. That's what's up. That's pretty decent list. All right, cool. I like that.
Gotcha.
They're so nerve wracking. I love it. You had me putting the Pearl at 3. It was close. Honestly, he could have done it 1. Either way, but it's a nice little game. I like that. That's what's up. I'll try to come up with something for you. You want to do a Boston one right now?
Sure, why not?
All right. Boston all times. I'm going to start off something close to Set Hart. Go KG.
Is this just Boston players? Or
this is an all-time Boston players. All-time Boston.
I'm going 3 for KG.
Wow. Okay. I like it. All right. I like it. All right. Larry Bird.
1.
Okay. That's nice. Jason Tatum.
I'm going to say 4.
Okay. Paul Pierce.
2.
Really? Okay. The truth at 2. I like it. All right. And you just need 1 more?
Yep.
All right. I'm not going to do that too. That's effed up. Ray Allen.
Oh, 5. There we go.
Okay, cool. It's all perfect. There you go. That's nice.
Even though I love me some Ray Allen.
I know it's tough. I'm sorry I had to put Ray Allen at 5 for you, but I mean it's just I had to name the big 3 in there. I had to
Gotcha.
mix in with a little here, there. I was gonna do Bill Russell, but you can't put Bill Russell at 5. That's just horrible. That's just the worst thing you could do to a person. if we did this list and like I made you put Bill Russell at your 5 spot. That'd be horrible. That'd be horrible. That'd be like looking for a new co-host. Horrible. That'd be horrible. You know what I'm saying? But this is a dope show so far, Phil.
So yeah.
Do you want to do anything else?
Those are the games. There's some games coming up, so I think we're good to end it here, right?
Yeah, we're good to end it here.
Okay, so last words before I head out.
Ooh, last words. Perfect. I'd like to take this time for my last words to say thank you, everyone in the Heisman, anybody, committee, person, team, individual that talked or convinced or had a hand in getting Reggie Bush's Heisman back. That was a fun little happy news moment of the day for me. When Reggie Bush gave in his Heisman 14 years ago, it was super sad because apparently taking money to support one's family was bad back in the day, but now it's good. So we're going to change our minds and we're going to let Reggie Bush have his Heisman finally. So that brightened my day. So that's what I like to use my last words for. Thank you for putting a happy ending to that sad story. And those are my last words. Phil, what about you?
Hey, playoffs are continuing here for Ball Central. Hey, stay tuned. Also check out the socials. So, maybe here and there, I like to do updates or like game recaps on the socials. So tune into our socials on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. They all get posted there. TikTok and IG, Twitter, Facebook are different ones. So make sure you stay tuned to everything so you can see different versions of different clips. So also follow us on playback.tv. We'll be live streaming games there, playoffs, etc. So hey, with that being said, from me and John, hopefully we get to see the Celtics in the next Eastern Conference Finals because
that's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun.
So with that being said, from us, if you want to check out our audio, tune to all the audio platforms. If you want to see us visually, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Deuces.
Did you feel this way when you fell in love with Gene?
Oh, look. I felt that way lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya. Girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question this. Real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.